The night was cold, the kind that bites through worn-out jackets and broken pride. Rain fell in relentless sheets, drumming against the old tin roof of a crumbling roadside diner. Inside, a man sat hunched at the corner table, his eyes fixed on the black coffee before him that had long gone cold. His name was Daniel Reed, a former Marine, a single father, and a man who had lost almost everything. Just a few months ago, he had a small workshop, a house, and a dream of giving his little daughter a better life. Now, bankruptcy had stripped him of all of it. His tools were gone, his business shuttered, and his savings drained by debt collectors. What remained was a broken man clutching a half-torn picture of his late wife and his daughter asleep in the back seat of an old truck parked outside. If you believe that kindness can change lives, that second chances still exist in this world, then please like, comment, share, and subscribe to Kindness Tales, where stories of humanity remind us what truly matters. As thunder rolled across the dark sky, Daniel stared out through the rain-soaked window, lost in memories of what used to be. He had served his country for 10 years, faced storms in the middle of oceans, and fought battles most men couldn't imagine. Yet, this battle, against poverty, loneliness, and despair, felt far worse. His daughter, Lily, barely 7, had asked him earlier that evening, "Daddy, where will we sleep tonight?" He had smiled weakly and said, "We'll find a place, sweetheart." But the truth was, he had nowhere left to go. He stepped out into the rain, his boots sinking into the mud, and carried Lily from the truck, her head resting against his shoulder. She shivered, whispering, "I'm cold, Daddy." Daniel pulled his jacket tighter around her and looked toward the endless road ahead. Somewhere along that empty stretch of highway, a sound broke through the storm, the deep roar of motorcycle engines. A line of bikes appeared through the rain, headlights slicing through the darkness like glowing eyes of hope. At the front rode a woman, tall, confident, her leather jacket glistening with rain, her expression strong yet compassionate. She stopped her bike near Daniel, removed her helmet, and shook out her hair. Her name was Alexandra Hayes, CEO of a women-led motorcycle foundation that helped women in need, and tonight, fate had guided her here. She looked at Daniel, then at the small child trembling in his arms. "You need shelter, don't you?" she said softly, her voice barely audible over the storm. Daniel hesitated, pride clashing with desperation. Finally, he nodded. "We need shelter, please." Those words carried the weight of 1,000 battles, a man's surrender not to weakness, but to hope. Alexandra signaled to the 20 women who rode behind her, women from different backgrounds, each with their own stories of survival and strength. Without hesitation, they surrounded Daniel's truck, checking the tires, wrapping a warm blanket around Lily, and offering food from their saddlebags. For the first time in months, Daniel felt the warmth of human kindness. They led him to a large abandoned factory on the outskirts of town that Alexandra's team had been renovating into a temporary shelter for homeless women. The building still smelled of old paint and rain, but it was dry, safe, and full of life. Dozens of women were inside, cooking, repairing, and singing softly as they worked. Alexandra's foundation, Ride of Hope, had saved hundreds of women escaping abuse, homelessness, and loss. But tonight, they were saving a Marine and his little girl too. Days turned into weeks. Daniel began helping with repairs, fixing doors, installing plumbing, and teaching basic survival skills to some of the women. The shelter became more than just a refuge, it became a family. Alexandra noticed how gently he treated everyone, how he never complained despite his exhaustion, and how he always put Lily first. He was a man who had lost much, yet gave everything he still had, his time, his strength, his heart. Behind her powerful image as a CEO and biker leader, Alexandra carried her own pain. Years ago, she had built her company after surviving an abusive marriage, using her success to help others rebuild their lives. She saw a reflection of her past struggles in Daniel, the quiet suffering, the fear of being forgotten, and the courage to keep moving forward. Slowly, she began to trust him, to confide in him, and a fragile friendship grew between them. But life, even when it begins to heal, tests the soul once more. One morning, government officials arrived at the shelter, announcing that the land was scheduled for demolition due to unpaid taxes and legal disputes. They had 30 days to vacate. Panic spread through the group. Most of the women had nowhere else to go, and Alexandra's organization was already stretched thin. Daniel saw her shoulders slump under the weight of responsibility. That night, he found her sitting alone on the steps outside, staring at the horizon. "We've fought too hard to lose this," she whispered. Daniel placed a hand on her shoulder. "Then we fight again, together." Over the next weeks, Daniel used his old Marine discipline to organize the women. They repaired, rebuilt, and repainted every corner of the shelter to prove its worth as a community center. Alexandra reached out to her business contacts, while Daniel reached out to local veterans and small businesses. Videos of their efforts began circulating online, a team of strong women and a Marine father fighting not just for shelter, but for dignity. Donations started to pour in, and soon, media outlets picked up the story. "The shelter that hope built," one headline read. When the government officials returned, they were met with a crowd of supporters, news cameras, and a petition signed by thousands. The shelter was granted legal protection as a non-profit rehabilitation center. That night, as everyone celebrated under the same roof they had almost lost, Daniel stood by Alexandra and whispered, "You didn't just save me. You saved all of us." She smiled, tears glimmering in her eyes. "No, Daniel. You helped remind us what strength really looks like." Months later, the shelter grew into a thriving community project. Alexandra expanded her company's social outreach, creating jobs for many of the women she once sheltered. Daniel, with his engineering background, started a small workshop next to the center, teaching veterans and single parents how to rebuild their lives from scratch. And little Lily, she now ran through the halls with laughter, her drawings of motorcycles and hearts pinned proudly on every wall. But perhaps the most beautiful change was invisible. It was in the hearts that had been broken but now beat together with hope. Alexandra often rode her bike with Daniel beside her in his old truck, following her through the open roads at sunset. They didn't need promises or words. The road itself was a symbol of how far they had come, and how much further they would go, carrying others with them. If this story touched your heart, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Kindness Tales, where true stories of compassion remind us that no storm is stronger than love, and no darkness can last forever when people choose to help one another. Sparkle's special request. Before you go, tell us in the comments, what does kindness mean to you? Your words might inspire someone who needs hope tonight. Red Heart.